Hello ladies and gentlemen, Cone Dodger here with another automation and BeamNG video. Today we are going to be looking at everybody's British build-off cars, including my own. I have made what I felt like was the most British of vehicles, the Morgan three-wheeler. There is of course no V2 or V4 or basically any engine that you would find in a Morgan three-wheeler available in automation. And I wanted to do a build that was completely in automation. I've had experience doing three-wheelers before, and this one was definitely the most challenging. There was many iterations. What we ended up with is the Morgan V8. This is a 2-liter narrow-bank 60-degree V8 pushrod to help keep that size as small as possible, because this 50s Grand Prix car that I based it on has the narrowest chassis in the world. So we've really had to cram this 2-liter crossplane V8 in here, but I think it is actually made for a pretty good combo. This thing puts down 186 horsepower at 8,100 RPM, which might be surprising for a pushrod engine, but when you've only got 2 liters to deal with, it's actually not that difficult. Thanks to its very minimalistic design, it only weighs 1,495 pounds. So 1,500 pounds, about 200 horsepower, and only 3 wheels. Many hours of work went into making this, and I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. I think it looks the part. There's some unique elements to it that I feel like actually look a little bit better than some of the Morgans. And obviously the big honkin' V8 up front that dominates the visuals. A lot of the stuff with this is not, of course, going to translate to BeamNG perfectly, but it meant a lot to me to make something that worked both in automation and in BeamNG. Of course, we are actually dealing with a 4-wheel vehicle here. I have the rear tires just smooshed together, acting as one single unit. Of course, all of the suspension, all of the chassis and everything is all made out of fixtures. None of this stuff works with a 3-wheeled vehicle, so many liberties had to be taken, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And I'm pretty happy with the silliness that it is driving it in BeamNG. Alright, and off we go with a good amount of wheel spin from that single-ish rear tire. I have very sticky, intermediate style slicks on this car just to give it half a chance of having any handling at all. And I think it actually ended up being a pretty good combo. Heading down into the first turn, you can see that there is some cool porpoising on the suspension. Definitely just trying to call back some F1 references there. As you might expect, definitely lifting some front wheels at the maximum grip of the apex. It's honestly not too bad though. It doesn't go too crazy with the wheel lifts. Getting down on the brakes is the hardest part of driving this car, that's for sure. But once you get it wound up, it's surprisingly pretty tame to drive. I would be curious what it would be like with a more street-friendly tire on there, but I don't know that it would be tameable at all. As we head through the tires, do we go flat? Absolutely not. You can actually see the front suspension geometry just jittering as the nodes are stretched out to their maximum capacity to make this design work at all. But overall, as we head through the finish line, pretty tidy, pretty respectable, the 131.9. So excited that it actually made a lap at all. It deserves some donuts. Some very skinny donuts. Alright, let's start looking at some viewer builds. First up, it looks like we have the AM007. Clearly very Bond-inspired vehicle here. Nice looking ride. Definitely perfectly on theme. We got the escape hatch in the passenger roof panel. A very nicely done interior. Honestly, I am pretty jealous of this interior. This is much better than I have personally been able to accomplish. I just don't tend to have the patience for it. That's my own deal. But really nice looking ride here. Let's see what it's like around the definitely not Top Gear test track. let's go ahead and drive. Let's give an interior view a go here. Off we go. Quick, but not crazy fast. This, of course, being such a completely open build-off, will have vehicles from all sorts of eras and all sorts of grip levels. Ooh, okay. a little bit of that open diff oversteer. Always fun. Oh, this thing's a blast to drive, actually. This is one of those cases of not a lot of grip, not a lot of power, equals a lot of fun. Plenty of power, don't get me wrong, it's not a slouch. It's just not overpowering its technology. Pretty nice sound as well, as you would expect. Out into the bumps there. Clip the grass. Do a little slide. I don't think we're gonna go flat through the tires. Another little slide. Got it. We're good. I tried not to add too many checkpoints in just because they're visually very cluttering, and the time is really not what we're all about here. There we go, across the line. 130.0. Nice build. Great quality, great like driving quality and visual. Next up, it is the small Stan S. A Mini. Definitely not a Mini, definitely not the Top Gear test track. Nope, Zero infringement has happened today. Well, I'm looking forward to this. I have loved the original Mini for many years. I've always wanted to own one, and I've always really wanted to autocross one. This is a very nice build. Super well detailed. Okay, well, we won't disclose the fact that it's a two-pedal car with a stick. Maybe it's an auto stick. I don't think so. But nicely done. Let's see what it's like to drive the Mini around here. I bet you it's going to be pretty good. Ooh, I'm going to turn game sound up a bit. Oh, we got turbo. Did not expect that. My boost gauge isn't showing in this, but all right, let's see what it's like. It's not crazy. Still only revving to 5,000 RPM. Man, do we have turbo or do we have supercharger? I know the sounds give me turbo vibes, but the power level, the power delivery gives me supercharger vibes. And I'm not saying, woohoo! Now that's some fun lift-off oversteer. I'm not saying that Arambos, who made this, might have some abilities to reach things that we can't all reach, but I am actually saying that. I don't know, it definitely has turbo sounds. Get out of here, mouse cursor. Whee! Oh, that's fun. This reminds me a lot of Moog's original Mini build, his JDM Mini with the original engine boosted. That had a similar kind of feel to this of makes more power, does not rev any higher. All right, I assume we only have 5 gears. Whee! You had to do it. You had to do it. Bring it to red line. Perfect. That's just gearing matched to car right there. Oh, our first trip in the dirt. It's fine. It's a Mini. It can handle it. They got rally pedigree. Turn. And a 139.998. Very nice. Very nice. All right, next up, it looks like we're going for something much more modern. Let's say that it's a modern British supercar. Supercar, sports car, I never know. GT car, these are all kind of a mishmash of quality these days. All cars are so fast that everything's a supercar to me. But I'm looking at badges here to try to figure out what we're working with. 4.2 liters. I'm thinking potentially, I gotta back up here. I didn't expect a DSG at this moment. Potentially this is like a what if TVR still existed. That's what I'm getting out of this. No interior on this one. We will hood drive. That's perfectly fine. Hopefully I didn't mess up the lap timer. And ooh, angry noises. Let's put ESC to a little bit more of an aggressive setting. Red is aggressive, right? We get the manual paddles in. I am still wheel spinning. Well, good thing the lap timer didn't work, because we're gonna need another go with this one. Oh man. All right, mouse out of the way. Let's give this another try. I think there's a way, maybe if I hold the brake and put it into manual. Nope, it will just sit there and spin the tires. What if I hold the clutch? Nope. I was thinking there was a way to get these into launch control. I don't mess with DSG stuff too much, so I'll just do this. Traction control doing its thing. There we go, now we got timer. ESC is just working overtime. Very different from what we were just driving. Oh boy. Holy crap. Well, if there's anything I do know about the TVRs, is that they were particularly crazy. So if that is what this is going for, congrats. Gosh, look at the ESC just working overtime, trying to keep this thing under control. 4.2 liter, I would say turbo or twin turbo, and it must have easily 600 horsepower, if not more. It may just not have enough tire to take the amount of power it has, but it is also very fast once it gets going. Second trip in the grass. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, and we made it. It's fastest. I have been dealing with a really bad stomach bug. Very bad stomach bug, and let me tell you, that was a challenge for me. So this one from Casball is based on the Fast and Furious Supra, but it's the Supernova, and it is an homage to a real-life homage to a fictional car. I know Kaz said he had some issues getting textures export. I think this is the main thing here. This is the actual graphics from the side of the car. It didn't copy to the other side. Don't look! Just don't look! Alright, let's take the Supernova out and see if it is just so super. So far it feels like a perfect shoe-in for the reasonably priced car. 60 miles an hour, and not a moment too soon. Should we hit the brakes? Probably. Did we need to? I'm not sure. If you've ever looked into the Fast and Furious cars, by the way, this is generally how fast they were. Most of them couldn't drive at all. And if they could, they were the most basic versions of the cars with zero performance modification. And I feel like this would have been a perfectly fitting homage. Certainly was quite a thing of my childhood. I take heat for this all the time. I have still yet to this day watched the entirety of a Fast and Furious movie. I'm sorry. It was just not what I was into when I was a kid, and it's not what I don't know. Every young adult teenager has their weird sticking points. It was everything I was against, you know? But I do need to watch it now. I'm sure they are A, hilarious, and B, there must be some kind of actual value to the movies, considering how many of them they ended up making and how ubiquitous they are in the car world. Caswell's tribute to a tribute comes across the line with a 152.511. Chip, chip, cheerio. Very nice. Very nice. Perfect naming convention there. Quite the fixture conglomeration to make this work, I gotta say. That's some real effort. Boy, imagine if you actually badged your vehicle like that. Just thick. Oh, this absolutely comical, what would you call this? Cockpit, I guess? Oh, look at the gauge cluster just stretched across there too. Yep. Mm-hmm. I have pretty short legs, so I think I could actually drive this. This is doable for me. All right, yeah, let's... Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll drive from the right side of the vehicle. Yeah, I said it. The right side of the vehicle. That's fine. Do we got manual here? Looks like it. Looks like we have ESC as well. Oh, it's like the old school one. All right. Wish me luck. Ooh. I might need it. Oh, yeah. It's not too crazy, but it's pretty crazy. This tack is just cracking me up. All right, steering, kind of. If you think about it real hard, there is steering there. I assure you that it will eventually do a steering. Shifter goes click. I thought this one was going to be really hairy to drive with my knees tucked into the dashboard, but no, it's actually just quite a nice British countryside cruiser. You know, I don't really have personally a ton of desire to do a lot of touristing in my life. I don't have the big itch to go to all of the wonders of the world and travel to many different countries, but I actually do really want to just like drive British countryside someday. That's on my bucket list. I think New Zealand's a little ahead of that though. Woo! Understeer. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That time is incorrect. I think Ramos's earlier was incorrect. I probably fixed that in post and just and I told you the time, just like I did here. Say hello to the beast. Rolls-Royce Merlin. That's a beast, all right. I'm going to assume we've got a V16. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Just shooting raw fuel out the pipes. Look at the absolute girth of this thing. It also kind of gives me the family truckster vibes. Oh, camera, you're okay. You're okay, camera. Nice interior. Very yellow. Yellow and beige. That's, you know, underrated combo right there. All right, we got ourselves a nice interior camera on this one. Hopefully I did the timer right this time. What a sound. Torque. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. It's real lazy below 3, and then it goes nuts. And then it goes sicko mode. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's one for the blooper reel. Yeah, just wheel spin it. That's the way. Don't bother. Don't bother trying to brake. Just always be sliding. Every time I go to shift thinking that, like, I'm ready for the next gear, nope, nowhere near it. Oh dear God, the brakes. This is just a tank engine with wheels. That's what this is. I don't think we've stuck to the official layout of the course, and I don't think anyone is gonna judge me for that. Oh, we gotta make this checkpoint. Sail our way to it. We did it. We did it. Just keep it in third. Just keep it in third. Clip the grass. We need all the room we can get. All right. Just heckin' burnout across the line. We made it. And everybody's alive, I think. 143.553. Whew. Looks like we've got a Lotus on our hands. Lotus is probably my favorite British car manufacturer. I very badly desire an Evora S in my life. That's my ultimate dad car someday. Probably never gonna happen, judging by the current status of my wealth. But a man can dream. A man can dream. Ah, nuts. I wanted to drive from inside. Ah, nuts. I can't even drive from the roof. Ah, well. We'll drive from back here. Oh, looks like we got VTEC engine there. We got like a boosted B16 or something like that. Let's see. We got regular manual. We've got ESC. I haven't driven third person in a little while. Let's give it a try. Oh, it's quick. Oh, it's quick in it. We didn't hit the timer. All right. That was a practice run. All right, let's try that again. There it goes. Oh, and we just destroyed second gear. You hate to see it. That's my punishment for not having a working interior camera. All right. Probably should have been on the brakes a long time ago. Oh, jeez. Is my love affair of Lotuses over? I don't think so. I don't think so. I wish. Saved me a lot of sadness. Let's try again. We can do this. We can drive third person. I know we can. Right, we'll brake. Shipping containers. Feels like maybe it's a little over. Oh, doggy! really should have seen that coming. Whew. I think this might be a little overpowered, undertired. I only know about being overtired at this point in my life. But, my hunch is not enough grip for much immense speed out of this thing. Whew. We can do this. Doing a lot of self-reassuring for somebody that's spun this thing like 3 times in one lap. I think the three-wheeler was easier to drive than this. Woo! Okay, we're okay. On the brakes, on the brakes. The brakes are quite good if you have it lined up for it perfectly. Alright, well, we managed to get back. That's what's important, right? Nice looking car regardless. How are you gonna go and call this the Moss and not make it green? How is that possible? How can that be? Looks like we got ourselves a very modern hypercar here from Gem. I do like that we have a passenger dummy, but not a driver, probably because of camera issues. Looks like we have a mid-transverse mounted V10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm pretty sure I counted 10 there. Nice looks. Modern hypercar is something I'm not very good at designing. I feel like the headlights are maybe a little dated, but so do the modern Gordon Murray stuff, which maybe this is what that's inspired on. Let's see. All right, we got ourselves interior. Very nicely done. Oh, no belts on this guy. He'll be okay. He'll be okay, right? 96.9 kilometers to go. I assume it's going to be flappy paddle. Yep. All right. I probably should leave it in the blue mode. Oh, God. Help me. Let's leave it in sport mode. I don't think I have enough time to shift this thing. That was darn near 160 miles an hour. Oh my God, it accelerates so fast. It literally wants to pick the nose off the ground. Right. Chuck it wheel. I think it would be a lot faster without ESC getting in the way, but I'm pretty sure I would. Listen to the nose just grabbing the ground. This is next level. This might be the fastest overall automation car that I've ever driven. Needs just a little more front downforce, I feel. I think it's just struggling a bit with the front. Oh my God, 105.8. 105.8. I'm gonna be honest with you, I just did a lap in this, and I did a 108, and I redid it because I thought it was too fast. I thought it was physically impossible. But apparently it is. And now for something completely different. It's the Carlton. The Carlton clone. Very nice here. This is a good build. This is just a good, realistic build. I love these. Nicely done interior. Just a little bit more paneling that would need to be done there, but still miles ahead of the stuff I'm doing, honestly. And I do believe we have a good interior camera. And I'm hoping that this one's going to leave me with my lunch after that last car. Ooh, I don't know. We might have a power to tire ratio going on here. Working steering wheel. That is a pain in the butt to do, I'll have you know. So, major props. J-Rat, and you get to see lots of it working. Back and forth right there. Come on. Come on. Get the boost. There we go. Boost flag, anyone? Woo, okay. Excellent work getting the steering wheel to work. Maybe could have put some work into the into the handling. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. All right, I think this one needs a restart even. All right, serious now. Seriously. Now that I know what I'm dealing with here. You gotta love a car geared to do 60 in first, by the way. Alright. Brakes nice and early. I'm gonna blame Gem's car. Just broke the space-time continuum for me. It's definitely what it is. It's totally not that this thing's just a murder machine. Alright. But yeah, great 90s touring car vibes from this one. Like a homologation special. My brain can't compute currently, sorry. This is taking every fiber of my being. Please steer. Okay, not that much. Not that much. Too much steer. It's pretty playful and nice in the oversteer. The understeer, on the other hand, you know, this grass needed to get mowed. Honestly. Honestly. So much stuff has fallen off my desk. Woo, okay. Alright. Gonna leave with my life on this one. 133,342. Net Blitzers is up next. They definitely put a lot of time into this one. Let me go ahead and just lower the volume there. Okay, woo. Net Blitzers is up next. They definitely didn't ask for extended amounts of extra time on this one due to the never-ending, over-the-top builds from Net Blitzer. And this Fletcher Dagger 412 is certainly that. It's beautiful and it's dorky, and I kind of love it for that. I love me a beautiful dork. Just look at my wife. Don't put that in the video. Don't do it. Nice interior here. Very, very, okay, the shift knob. The shift knob might be a little uncomfortable, but the rest of it is on the point for that 70s or 60s style luxury. Also gives me a little bit of that like luxury kit car vibe. This thing sounds like it's an absolute animal. So let's see. Well, we got that British build quality. Woo! Manual steering. Uh-huh. Yeah, 2,000 RPM is nice. That's a good place to be with it. Oh, jeez. Good lord, watch out, plane. Maybe 1,500 is a nice place to be. What a noise. This doesn't make a sound, it makes a noise. Oh, jeez. Add it to the collection of definitely didn't make this turn. The way it takes off in first and second gear, and I mean takes off. Yeah, this is insane. This is not well. I'm just bracing and holding on for dear life. Oh no. Alright, and the trip the timer. Also note the working-ish gauges. I think the speedometer works. And the steering wheel. Working wheel. Upside down or not. Working wheel and speedometer. Please work, please work. Yes. Alright. No words, just experience, okay? That wasn't words. Oh, those were. Please stop. I'm noticing a trend here. If working wheel, deadly car. Not again, not again, not again. We did it. 137.084. Woo! And now for something very clearly the same. It's not the Comer, it's the Coner! Adorable. Adorable. Alright, we can turn the volume back up. Oh, you love to see the wiggle. Wiggle-de-wiggle. Come on, devs. Use your features. I guess this will be as good a view as any. Alright, let's have a nice relaxing lap here, right? Yep. Beautiful. Will we hit 60? I think we will. I think we'll hit 60 before the first turn. Mm-hmm. There it is, 17 seconds. Oh, lean into it. Everybody hold on. Everybody hold on. I don't know why you're holding on inside a cargo van, but it was a different time, okay? Woo, we can just slide right over those tires. Second gear. Probably didn't need to shift yet, that's fine. Haven't even touched the brakes yet, have we? 67 degrees still on the four-wheel drums. We'll get them here, though. Beautiful. Perfectly done. I mean, honestly, it's got exactly the amount of power it needs. It's got the exact amount of brakes. This is vehicle perfection. You might just not recognize it. Everybody lean. Hey, we're gonna get to go flat through the tires, aren't we? Yeah, we are. And we are almost to modern highway speeds. Come on, 69. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah! The perfect vehicle, really. Yeah, I heel-toed it there. Why wouldn't I? Cruises across at a 210.3. Very nice. Ah, a classy, luxury sedan driving experience right here. Lovely black on blood red-ish brown, kind of. This is a terrible British accent. It is really a nice looking car, though. Simple, understated, but elegant. I like it. Will I like to drive it? Probably not as much as the Coner, but you know. That's hard to beat. Nice sound. There's probably so many references to cars that I'm not getting. And that's fine. You're welcome to shout them out in the comments. I can't believe you didn't know this British icon. Yep. I wasn't sure if this was front or rear engined when I first saw it. My estimation is moving rearward by the second, I must say. Very nice. do believe this is a car to be driven, not to be raced. That's not gonna stop me. It's pretty fun. Might have to do a little peeksy. My curiosity is peeksied. Oh dear God. We can save this. We can save this. We're on the other layout of the track. Alright, we're good. Very nice. Very nice. We're gonna miss the checkpoint. Shit! Turn it around! Keep it going! Beautiful. Don't take out the light, those are expensive. Ask me how I know. Okay. Hey, under 2 minutes with a loop. 156.259. Driving perfection. Very nice. Oi! It's the Clive Toad. The Toad badge. Oh, this is amazing. I love it. It's like that intersection era of British and Americana. Very nicely done interior. It's supposedly a 4-speed, I could believe it. Nice looking car though. Very, it's very grown up looking, I would say. You know, Power's so grown up. Will it drive grown up? No. Nope. We got wiggles. Okay, that wasn't the worst. It continued to go straight. Oh, nice brakes, okay. And by nice brakes, I mean, you know, this. I'm gonna call that saved. Oh boy. And if you couldn't tell, this is done quote unquote one take style. Like I'm not driving these, I'm not testing these before sending them for a lap. Brakes. With enough time and enough patience, I could probably get a handle of this one. It's another one of those ones, you just keep it out of power band and you're okay. Stay off the bumpies. Stay in the grass, apparently. We lived-ish. We are allegedly alive. We are in the gravel. Second was too far. I drove that exactly like Powers wanted it to be driven. It's fine. 139.5. You know, it's been a long time since we've done a proper, you know, real goofy build-off. And I'm sure Quay has been devastated by that. And I'm so glad that you took this opportunity to build a Lobster. Because this is exactly the laugh I needed today. 6-time world champion. Go Pats. Go Pats. Oh, and there's a magnet sticking to the Lobster. What does this have to do with England? New England, I presume. New England. All right, well, let's drive a Lobster. I'm gonna drive it from this view. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. Away it goes. Oh, just dragging the ground. This is gonna be a proud day for crustaceans everywhere. Please turn. You see, Turns out the claws not really aiding with the steering. Every time me and my family drive down to visit my parents, we pass this junkyard that has an old, like, I don't know, Toyota van or some kind of 80s van with a Lobster on top of it. And every time I'm tempted to stop and at least take a picture of the thing, but I never do. I should try to track it down on like Google Maps or something. You know, they made a lot of changes to the way cars export recently, and it does seem like fixtures that are 3D and added on to the body are getting nodes now. So, woo! So you really gotta watch out for stuff touching the ground. No more are the add-ons to your cars. I promise that was not planned. That was just perfect timing. You gotta watch out for the stuff you add onto your car. It's a lot more real than it used to be. I really want to try my ramp truck again and see if it like functions. Not even the slowest, 159.009. Very funny. Very funny. How about something a little bit more budget-minded? Tax got the Griffin XRF. Reminds me of like an older version of the Live for Speed car. Love it. Don't know if that was inspiration, but I love the idea of that. Very nice budget spec car. I think we need to do more build-offs of like basically poverty spec cars. I think that's a underrepresented category in our build-off history. Away we go! Into second gear. Oh, close gearing there. You know, 60 in about 6 seconds? This thing is surprisingly quick. It kind of has that like, ooh boy, kind of has that Honda style quickness to it, where it's real quick at first and then it kind of just peters out, but it gives you good road quickness, not necessarily, you know, going 150 miles an hour down the highway quickness, which I think cars should have. I think that's how cars should be. Cars should be quick to drive and not so quick to kill you. Turn in, please. There we go. Not bad. This would be, especially with a set of like sticky tires on it, this would be a great little car to do some door-to-door racing with, I betcha. Just drives nice. Good liftoff, oversteer there. You love to see that. Let's try to go flat. What's the worst that can happen? Perfect. Grab fifth for a second. Get cursed by the cursor. Get out of here. There's gotta be an option in Beam to just hide cursor, right? 137.409. What a delight. A delightful little nugget. Just a couple to go here. The XJ70 V12. Long, long lad. I like it though. I like a long car. What can I say? I like long cars and I cannot lie. Ooh, very nice interior too. Really dig the color scheme. I mean, obviously it's green on brown. What could be better, really? But yeah, very nicely done here. Inside and out. In first gear. Oh. Bit different noise than I expected. I expected a little bit more grunty V12, but V12s don't export very well sound-wise still. Don't tell Daffy. Actually, tell Daffy. There we go. There's our grunt. Fast. Brakes. Oh boy. Brakes might be a little on the strong side, just a touch. I will treat them with more respect as we go here. Respect the throttle, respect the brakes. There we go. That's driving it good and proper. Brakes, 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 brakes. See, the thing is, it locks up the rears. That is not always the most comfortable of things. I like cars with a big split in the gears for that reason. Cars that have super close ratios and you never get to hear them throughout their rev range. It's a bit of a letdown, right? I like to hear a car dip below its like peak power RPMs. It can do this. And then surge into them. Well, there's a third gear there somewhere, but that British quality got us again. 129.6. Nice old car. If my math is right, this is our last car, the MGZ 6R4. Love to see it. A homologation special MG of the 90s, 2000s? 90s variety, I believe. Really, really nicely done here. This, I could tell you this was an MG, you know, rally style homologation car before I even saw the name or anything. So, nicely done interior, nicely done exterior. Is it a nicely done driving car? Well, we're about to see. Oh good, the steering wheel doesn't work. I was worried it would. It's been a bad omen. Little bit of that boost lag. Perfectly era correct. Similar theme there to what I was just talking about, how some cars dip out of their perfect rev range. Maybe it's happier in the grass, huh? Well, we haven't had a redo in a while. We do now. Home, please. I think the lamp wasn't working either, so let's drive over to the finish line real quick. There we go. Clearly I was just trying to reset the timer. Oh. Alright. Feels like maybe we got some very street style tires on here, so let's be cool with it. Let's be cool. Ease on the brakes. Very floaty. Not in the sense of it like having very soft suspension. It just feels like the car is skating on the surface. Not too sure what to make out of that. Just is how it is. Brakes are good. I'll give it that. Give it lots of wheel. Get into that boost. Kind of drives very front wheel drive based all wheel drive. Oh, we're going back in the grass, aren't we? Yep. That's what it's made for. Let's do it again. Not a single flip on that. Almost disappointing. Get her woed up. Back in the grass. Yeah, do it. This is where you belong, car. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. 128.3. Well, obviously Gems was fastest. No surprise there. But whose was the most British?